Can you guess what creature had wings as wide as a small plane but wasn't a bird? Imagine a time when such mysterious creatures ruled the skies, their long, slender wings cutting through the air with grace and precision. These weren't birds, yet they soared higher than any bird we know today. They had sharp beaks, but they weren't exactly reptiles either. Who could they be? Yes, you guessed it right. We're talking about the magnificent pterodactyls. Now, let's get to know these fascinating creatures a bit more. Pterodactyls, also known as winged lizards, were prehistoric animals that soared the skies long ago. Imagine a creature as tall as a giraffe with wings as wide as a small airplane. That's how large some of these pterodactyls were. Their bodies were covered in a furry substance, almost like the fuzz on a peach, and they had sharp, pointed beaks similar to modern-day birds. And speaking of birds, it's important to note that pterodactyls weren't dinosaurs, but a type of flying reptile that lived alongside them. They existed around the late Jurassic period, which was about 150 million years ago. That's a long, long time before humans walked the Earth. To put it into perspective, they lived closer in time to Tyrannosaurus rex than we do. So the pterodactyls were indeed quite unique, don't you agree? Imagine living in a world filled with these giant flying creatures. Pterodactyls, majestic rulers of the skies, resided predominantly in regions that we now know as Europe and North America. Their habitat was diverse, ranging from lush forests to coastal cliffs. They flew high above a world that was teeming with life, where dinosaurs roamed the land and marine reptiles ruled the oceans. Sharing their world were creatures like the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex and the long-necked Diplodocus. Pterodactyls thrived in a world that was warm, with the climate varying from humid in the forests to cool along the coastlines. These climatic conditions were ideal for pterodactyls, as they could easily adapt to the different environments. The Pterodactyls world was rich with a variety of food sources, including fish from the seas and small creatures from the forests. It was a grand spectacle of nature's diversity. It would have been quite an adventure to live in the same era as the pterodactyls, wouldn't it? Ever wondered what a day in the life of a pterodactyl looked like? Well, let's dive right into that. Pterodactyls were prehistoric rock stars ruling the skies millions of years ago. They were not your average bird or even a dinosaur for that matter. They belonged to a group of flying reptiles known as pterosaurs. Pretty cool, right? Now, what did these winged wonders eat? Pterodactyls were carnivores, which means they loved to munch on meat. They were partial to seafood, much like some of us. Their diet mostly included fish and other small marine animals. They had long, slender beaks and sharp teeth, perfect for snapping up a quick seafood snack mid-flight. And how did they hunt? Well, they had a unique technique. Pterodactyls would swoop down over the water, dip their beaks in, and whoosh, snatch up their prey. They were like the ultimate fly fishers. As for their social life, pterodactyls were believed to have been quite social creatures. They likely lived in large colonies, similar to today's birds. They could have used their loud calls to communicate with each other, maybe to warn about danger or to find a mate. One more fun fact before we wrap up. Did you know that the word pterodactyl comes from the Greek words meaning winged finger? This is because their wings were actually a membrane of skin stretched between their bodies and a long finger. So that's a sneak peek into a day in the life of a pterodactyl. Even though pterodactyls no longer roam the skies, they've left a lasting impact. These flying marvels from the Mesozoic era have done more than just leave their fossilized remains for us to discover. They've soared their way into our popular culture, becoming movie stars in their own right. From cartoon characters to giant, thrilling creatures in adventure films, pterodactyls have captivated our imaginations. Their importance in the study of prehistoric life is undeniable. They provide crucial insights into the incredible biodiversity of our planet millions of years ago. Each fossil discovery helps us piece together the puzzle of Earth's ancient past. But beyond the science and the cinema, pterodactyls continue to inspire awe and wonder. Imagine a creature as tall as a giraffe that could fly. Their incredible size and unique shape spark our curiosity and remind us of the Earth's enduring ability to surprise us with its past inhabitants. So the next time you look up at the sky, just imagine a pterodactyl soaring high above.